Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Marshall Thundering Herd. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Just plowing down the field. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup, so which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
It's a fake. He wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work.
And you can draw these up on paper all you want, but executing them is such a different level. It's different guys doing different things that you've asked them to do. And right there, misfire on the pass, and this defense now sets their offense up with good field position.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really.
Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Marshall, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Bickley. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Duggan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Coming after him. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket. And that time, he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the 1st down.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He'll pull it down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great deep.
Oh, look out! At the 20. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Offense getting set for first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass, using the quick game. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown Owls! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 22 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over USF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall!
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Marshall, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Plows through the defense. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll take it himself. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a 1st down for Marshall. Tempo and overdrive. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get to him. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Wide out in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Duggan. They stripped it out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got him downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Herd! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Boston College. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
I love the effort, and there's no quit in this defense. First guy misses, second guy misses, no problem. We've got extra bodies and hats flying to the quarterback, and they're able to get the sack.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Getting some heat. He makes the connection. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And the pummeling has started.
Number 85.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida Atlantic, 42. Marshall, 14.
Coming out with it, it's McCaffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He's looking for a man on second down. Feeling some heat. It's complete on the right side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide.
Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. With the catch, it's Bickley. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking to scramble. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play in the quarterback.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense.
Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Owls! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.
Marshall, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's McCaffrey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Makes the grab on the left.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big...
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The DBs will back off a bit. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida Atlantic, 56. Marshall, 21.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the...
Looking deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock...
He'll try to take it back. Past the 50. At the 30. Inside the 10.
Man, what an incredible individual effort by that guy to take it all the way to the other end. The only thing he didn't do, Reese, was finish the play.
You got to give it to him again. You just have to give it to him again and let him score.
I don't know if he has enough gas left to take off one more handoff. We're going to find out.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the Owls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Owls! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida Atlantic, 63. Marshall, 21.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That's caught. It's Bickley. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Takes a hit as he fires. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.